Alright guys, today I'm going to be teaching you about high time frame PD arrays. Now what can a high time frame PD array be? It can honestly be, let's get a text box out here, PD array. Now a high time frame PD array, there's so many options. Now for example, it could be your, let's get back in there, it could be a fair value gap. That's one option. That's probably the most basic one. It could be a order block. It could be a, let's think, breaker block. What else is in there? It could be inverse fair value gap. Kind of goes, we'll just do this. IFG, what else is there? Breaker, order block, fair value gap, weekly opening gap, daily opening gap. I think this is all of them. Fair value gap, order block, breaker block, inverse fair value gap, weekly opening gap, daily opening gap. I think that's all of them. That's all that really matters. Now, since price is fractal, it really just determines what you want your high time frame PD array to be. Like for example, if you're trading on the 1 minute, the higher time frame PD array could be a 15-minute level. If you're trading on the 1 hour, it'd be like more of a 4-hour, more of a daily thing. For example, I'll show you a good one today. To base off the trade we took today, the weekly opening gap was our higher time frame PD array. As you see right here, this is the weekly opening gap. As you see, Friday 16, Sunday 18. Market was closed all weekend. This is the gap we created, aka weekly opening gap. So let's go like this. So this gap right here is what I based my higher time frame on, and then you go down to, we'll say, we already are on the 1 hour. Say 50-minute. So you have that weekly opening gap. That's acting as your higher time frame PD array. And if you look right now, this is live action. Price is rejecting this area once again because it's a higher time frame PD array. It is on the weekly chart, right? On the daily chart, right there. Back to the 15-minute. As you see, using the weekly opening gap and then the internal sweep is how we based our trade today. Let's find more. Now, for example, a couple weeks ago, maybe like last week, if you were in this range, could have used this fair value gap as your weekly, as your higher time frame PD array. This is a 4-hour. It's as simple as that. It really doesn't matter. It's just any sort of ICT concept, fair value gap, order block, breaker block, any of those things, that is your higher time frame PD array. It's just on a higher time frame. So like you have this is a bearish PD array, and then you zoom into like the 15-minute and you align it with a 15-minute PD array, which for example we could use right here. Like so we're in this 4-hour PD array. Oh my gosh, we have a 15-minute PD array right here. That's a lower time frame to the 4-hour, but a higher time frame to a 5-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute. So we have our 15-minute, we have our 4-hour overall higher time frame rejection. We have our internal 15-minute. We're on the 5-minute. You see we have the sweep here. Buy side liquidity gets taken. Higher time frame order block right here. And you see price comes down to this. You could probably find a trade in there. Whoops, what am I doing? So higher time frame PD is a simple concept. It's just ICT concept basically on top of like the basic ITC, the things you use to trade to enter the trades. It's the same exact things as that. It's just on a higher time frame. Like let's check out the daily time frame. Let's see what we can see on here. Like for example, the other day, if you were doing a top-down analysis on Wednesday or Thursday, you could have used this daily fair value gap as your high time frame PD array. Why? Because it's the daily time frame. The daily is one of the higher time frames. I mean, obviously there's the monthly and stuff like that, but nobody cares the monthly. I mean, like you do, but it's not as important because you're an intraday trader. So you use the daily time frame to base your external bias is based off this daily time frame. You have nothing else to base your external bias off of these higher time frame PD arrays. Then you zoom into the 4-hour, say, okay, what's the next PD array we're going to use? Not really a good example here because we just dump off. That was the August 1st dump, and then we're here. But like for example, it was better on ES. I can show you guys. Right here, this daily fair value gap. We'll put daily. I just did that. Sorry, I'm stupid. Daily. Get rid of this. Go down like the 4 hour. And you try to align it with more things. Oh my gosh, this is like a 4 hour order block right here. So that's like 2 higher time frame things. I don't have it. There it is. OB. So you have like your double higher time frame things. Then you would zoom in again, you know. Oh, what else is going on up here? Oh, we have internal liquidity swept after already inside this daily level. Okay, let's mark that down. So now you have your 2 higher time frame PD arrays, you know, your daily, hourly order block, whatever you want to call this area right here. You have your daily imbalance, your opening gap here. You have like 4 bearish higher time frame things. So then you just keep slowly zooming down and finding these same exact things. You find the same exact thing, and that's how you find efficient moves. Why? Because the price is fractal. Where do we get a little chop? Right at that 2 level. Let's see if we can zoom in anymore. I don't even know what time this is. Oh, right at market open on Thursday. As you see, price is kind of choppy. Comes up, sweeps this. You get, if you, I mean, it depends how patient you are. There's an inverse here that does get closed upon. Exactly the same things. So you see how we were using a daily fair value gap? Right here you have a 1 minute fair value gap that you could have entered off of. Like, because right here you have, you know, you have clear market structure shift at the highs. Then you have a big sell-off, not to the low-hanging fruit, which would be these 2 levels. I think the standard deviation lined up, didn't it? Oh no, we have a higher time standard deviation. But you look back, see where price retraces to. Right there, you enter here. Why? Because you had a 4 hour order block, daily imbalance, 15-minute imbalance. Then use those things on top of each other. It's just about the same fair value gap or order block, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the smaller time frame. Like right here is a breaker block. Now this breaker block holds power because it aligns with the higher time frame things. You just have, like, the stock market is fractal. It is very fractal. Whatever you see on the 4 hour, you can also find on the daily. If I covered up the screen, I was about to do it, but you guys can't tell. If I zoomed out and covered up the screen, you would not be able to tell me what time frame these candles are. If I like covered all the time intervals and stuff like that, you wouldn't be able to tell me. Why? Because the stock market is fractal. Whatever you find on the daily, you can find on the 1 minute, 50 minute, 30 second, whatever. Very fractal. So all, at the end of the day, a high time frame PD array is just an order block, fair value gap, breaker block, weekly, daily opening gap. What else? I think that was all, right? Order block, breaker block, weekly, daily opening gap, fair value gap, inverse fair value gap. That's really it. That's all a higher time frame PD array is. It's just on the higher time frame, daily, 4 hour, depending on the model you're trading. If you're trading a 15-minute model, the higher time frame would be like the daily, 4 hour, hourly. If you're trading a 1 minute, it'd be like 5, 15. But you slowly start from the top and break down. That's why it's called top-down analysis and not mid-down analysis. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Join my Discord. The link is in the description. If you want to, schedule a one-on-one meeting, if you have any questions or anything like that, I will be there to help you. Live trading every single day where we go over daily ITC concepts like this every single day. Thank you guys so much.